Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Jim McAbee Field in beautiful Medford, Oregon, on the campus of North Medford High School. As today we get ready to bring you some Southwest Conference baseball, wrapping up a three-game series against the North Medford Black Tornado. This is Roseburg baseball on the score. It's great to be with you. It seems like it's been far and few between as we continue to deal with Mother Nature. It seems like every time we want to play baseball, she's got other ideas. But today she has drawn up one heck of a day for baseball here in the Rogue Valley. Beautiful blue skies overhead, barely any clouds to be seen, only a slight breeze, and it's going to be a great day for baseball here at North Medford High School. We get ready to bring you this matchup. Roseburg finally back into action after having games against South Eugene postponed on Saturday. They were scheduled to be made up on Monday and postponed once again. We hope to be able to get those games coming up tomorrow up in Eugene, but we have had to bypass that and jump right into today's single game against North Medford. Roseburg looks to try and pull off the season sweep against the Black Tornado. We'll have more about the matchup coming up here in just a few moments. We're going to go ahead and take our first break of the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Roseburg Disposal, you can let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. We'll talk with head coach Troy Thompson coming up here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show after a quick 2-minute timeout. This is Roseburg Baseball, streaming online at 541radio.com, or you can watch today's game streaming on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. You can also find us right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Call them at 673-7122. Back at it today, Roseburg baseball looking to hopefully kick off what will be a busy week as they try to make up some games, and starting out down in Medford where we do have blue skies, and we can thank our lucky stars that we finally get a chance to play this game that we all love. Joining me is Coach Troy Thompson. Coach, I think we kind of got spoiled a little last year with great weather all year. I know the COVID season, we all kept saying, boy, this would have been a great year because there was just nothing but beautiful weather. Finally, we make up for it with, I guess, the 5th wettest April on record or something like that. But it's got to make life difficult, and I know we've talked about it, but you're just keeping guys focused. How's the process been going as you guys have another 6+ day layoff between games?
Yeah, it has not been ideal as far as playing baseball for sure, but the kids have done a good job. We've had good workouts throughout the week, and all we can control is what we can control, and unfortunately the weather is not one of those things, so we just have to react to it, and that's kind of where we're at right now. We're back on our schedule for Tuesday down here at North, like you said. Beautiful day down here, and we'll have a chance to get a game in, and it has been a week, so like I said, less than ideal, but the kids have done a good job, and we find ourselves here today. So hopefully we come out here today, and it transfers over what we've been doing the last week at practice.
You know, I've been around you guys hanging out, you know, doing these games for so long now that I think by this time in the season, you kind of usually expect a little less practice time, a little bit more game time, start getting into a rhythm and whatnot. The fact that you guys haven't had that, do you find that it's affecting kind of where you would like to be at this point in the year?
You know, as far as our games being played and being played on time and on the schedule, yeah, that's been a big effect. But as far as practice and what we're working on and trying to improve upon, no, we're kind of in the same spot we've been in years past, I think, and that's a good thing. I believe our kids have put forth a lot of effort just to get to this point. And the game part, it's going to come, and it's going to come in a hurry potentially this week. We have, you know, here today, and then hopefully up at South Eugene tomorrow for a double, and then back at our place on Saturday for a double. So, you know, you go from playing no games in a week to potentially playing 5 in 5 days. So we just need to be mentally prepared for that, and hopefully we're starting that off here today.
You know, we've talked about it because this isn't the first time you guys have had a busy week with a lot of games on the schedule, but starting out today, looking ahead at what the schedule is, how important is it to maximize the efficiency of what you guys get on the mound this week?
Well, absolutely. We'd like our pitchers to, of course, continue what they've done so far up to this point. Hopefully they continue to do that. But, you know, offense takes a lot of pressure off defense sometimes. So a big focus this week has been obviously once again hitting and hitting with runners on base. And hopefully we come out here today and throughout the week and have an opportunity to do that and succeed in that. But, yeah, pitch counts and how things line up is certainly going to be a challenge this week, something we're all very aware of, but it doesn't take away from what we have to do game by game. You can't catch yourself looking ahead, and the what-ifs and could-haves and maybes can't play into it. What we know for sure is we have a single today at North Medford, so we're going to focus on that and get through it as best we can. And when it's time, we'll focus on the next one. So all we can control is that, like I said earlier, and hopefully that's what we do here today.
You guys have seen North Medford. You were able to get a sweep at home against them. We've talked about how it's never easy to sweep anybody, whether you're home on the road. Trying to take a series sweep against a team like North Medford, that would be quite the accomplishment. To get that done today, what's kind of your guys' main goals as you get ready to take on the Black Tornado?
Well, same as always. We hope to play clean baseball, good defensively, and our pitching will get us there. And we're continuing to work at the plate, and offensively we feel like we've made some good strides and better swings, and hopefully that can play out here today. But it's no secret whether you play every day or you play once in a week or what the schedule may be. You've got to do those things to have a chance to be successful. And like I've said a lot, this league is tough when you're on the road. So we find ourselves here today, and hopefully we can get in it, get on the game today, and kids come out and we're successful here today.
All right, Coach, good luck out there today.
Thank you.
Back with more of our
Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them.
That is head coach Troy Thompson there. Don't need to hear it a second time. During our Roseburg Disposal pregame show, we are counting down towards the first pitch of today's ball game. Great weather down here in Medford, and that is saying something after what we've been going through as of late. We've, as mentioned there in the interview, so I heard on the news the other night we had the fourth wettest April on record, at least maybe for kind of the Eugene, maybe Umpqua Valley area. Apparently they haven't had as much rain down here as we've seen the last few days in Medford, which thankfully has allowed us to get this game in today. They had a little bit of wet conditions but played through it against South Medford on Saturday is what we were told. But today's matchup, they haven't seen rain, and the field is looking fantastic out there. For this North Medford team coming in right now, ranked number 32 in the OSAA power rankings. They're coming off of a doubleheader against South Medford on Saturday. Lost the the first one in a close one, 8-6 your final score. North Medford led 3-2 after one inning, but South Medford grabbed the lead in the top of the third and led the rest of the way. North Medford rallying back to within a run in the bottom of the seventh, but they did leave the game-tying run on base. In that matchup, Johnny King and Trey Newman each with a couple of hits, and also Jeremiah Robbins with a double in that game. In game two, though, though, the offense just went kaput for North Medford. They had just 2 hits against South Medford, 5 strikeouts, no walks, only managed to get 3 runners on bases. They were shut out 6-0 in the nightcap. North Medford coming off of those back-to-back losses. For Roseburg, they played last Tuesday, was their last game for Roseburg. They had a walk-off win against Sheldon. That came in the bottom of the 7th. It was Parker Burke that had the game-winning hit. He also earned the win on the mound. And Roseburg scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 2nd, but couldn't hang on to that 5-0 lead. Sheldon managed to tie the game up. They scored twice in the top of the 5th, and then 3 runs in the top of the 6th to tie it at 5-all. But it was Parker Burke with a bases-loaded walk-off win in the bottom of the 7th for Roseburg that got them their victory over Sheldon last Tuesday. This is the 4th time this season that Roseburg has had more than 6 or more days in between games, and that has just been a tough reality for this Roseburg team. They have continually found themselves waiting for their next game. We'll hopefully not see too much rust for the team. Hottest guy right now, coming off of 3 doubles in that walk-off win against Sheldon, Dawson Gillespie, a 4-game hit streak going. He's had 7 hits during the streak, 5 doubles in those 7 hits, 5 RBI, 3 walk, and 2 strikeouts during that stretch. Roseburg coming in at 12-5 on the season, 6-1 in Southwest Conference play. Right now it's Roseburg leading the way in Southwest Conference play at 6-1 overall. Behind them is South Medford. The Panthers right now are 6-3. Just behind Roseburg in the standings. Sheldon is at 5-4. They are 2 games behind Roseburg. South Medford and Sheldon are facing off today. That could be a battle there for second place in the conference standings. Grants Pass is 4-5 in 4th place right now. They're hosting South Eugene at the bottom of the standings at 1-6. And then, of course, they're tucked in 5th place in the conference right now is North Medford at 3-6 on the year. 9-11 overall for the Black Tornado. Roseburg, man, it has been a weird season for this team. You mentioned that obviously getting games in has been the fun part for Roseburg this year. But the Indians have had 3 straight 1-run games in their last 3 games there. They've gone 2-1 in those 3 games, but Roseburg this year has had 7 1-run games. They're 5-2 in those matchups. I meant to ask Coach Troy Thompson about that, on kind of how he felt about that, whether or not that was a thing that they could kind of hang their hat on, the fact that they've been able to win in close ball games this year. It's always nice to be able to know that when the times get tough, you're able to come out on top. But 7 1-run ball games, Roseburg's had opportunities to pull away in some of those games, haven't been able to do it, but at least they've been able to, more often than not, end up on the right side of things. So we'll see. It has been a year for North Medford that's been a bit, I heard it described as Jekyll and Hyde. That was kind of the discussion in the South Medford games afterwards, that this is a team that can build off of momentum when it happens, but if they get on the wrong side of things, they have a hard time fighting their way back to the positive side of things. We'll see if Roseburg's able to take advantage of that. Roseburg and North Medford played earlier this season. Roseburg took both of those games 3-0 in game 1 of a doubleheader, then 6-5 in the second game. Evan Corbin tossed a complete game 2-hitter in game 1 of that doubleheader. And he had 5 strikeouts, walked only 1. That was what he described as his best game and best start of the season. Austin Takahashi in that game 1 was 2 for 3 with a double and a triple. Silas Kincaid had 2 hits, including a double. And those games played there at Champion Car Wash Field. Meanwhile, in game 2, Roseburg led early, but North Medford took a 4-2 lead in the top of the 6th as Roseburg let their lead evaporate. But then Roseburg scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th, all coming with 2 outs, and they were able to hang on. North Medford able to cut it back to a 1-run game, but a strikeout by Logan Klopfenstein in game 2 as Roseburg got the sweep against North Medford. So the Tribe trying to get all 3 games against the Black Tornado, and we are just about ready to get things underway. We'll have a look at your starting lineups here coming up in just a few as we get ready for it. The teams are passing out the starting lineups at home plate. Head coach Troy Thompson meeting there with head coach Kerry Curtis for North Medford, as well as today's officials. We've been told behind the plate, Greg Chiquette, Chris Bevins at first, and A.J. Helbel at third base there. And so that is a look at what we expect to see out there from our crew today. Another 3-man crew here in Southwest Conference play. Just just about to get things underway here coming up this afternoon. Roseburg in the Road Blacks. Orange numbers on the front and the back. You've got the gray trousers, black caps, black socks for Roseburg. On the other side for North Medford, white trousers with the black socks, horizontal red and white stripes, red tops for them, and the black caps for the Black Tornadoes. They meet out beyond the third base. Out in foul territory down the left field side, getting ready for today's matchup. Roseburg trying to go for the season sweep. We'll have more for you when we come back. We'll pause for a final 2-minute timeout. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. We'll come back with a look at the starting lineups, your first pitch, and today's ball game. When we return, I'm Joey Kieran. This is Roseburg Baseball, streaming online at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Welcome you back here to Jim McAbee Field in Medford, getting ready for Roseburg and North Medford. Single game here today as we get ready for the matchup. They announced the starting lineup defensively for North Medford. We'll take a look at all of that for you here in just a moment. A quick look at our weather forecast as we get ready for first pitch of today's game. 65 degrees in Medford, plenty of blue sky overhead. We'll take another 2-minute break for the national anthem and be back with the start of our ball game here on The Score.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Just about time to get this one underway. Roseburg and North Medford here in Medford today. Joey Keyran with you. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians, led by head coach Troy Thompson in his 20th year with the program. His starting nine will have Logan Klopfenstein leading things off in right field, followed by Austin Takahashi, the third baseman. Dawson Gillespie, the shortstop, will bat third, followed by Silas Kincaid at first base, hitting in the cleanup spot. Dominic Tatone will pitch today, batting fifth, followed by the DH Nathan Wayman, hitting for left fielder Eli Jacobs. At the catcher position is Knox Hubbard, batting seventh, followed by Sebastian Watson, the second baseman. And rounding out the starting nine will be Carson Dunn, the center fielder. That's your look at the starting lineup for Roseburg. Defensively for North Medford on the mound, Johnny King, the right-hander, will get the start today. Johnny King, a first-team all-conference selection last year on the infield, a junior for this North Medford squad. And he will face off against right-handed hitting at Logan Klopfenstein. We'll take a look around the rest of the diamond for North Medford here during this first inning. First pitch is in. I think low and outside on the first one for a 1-0 start. King will miss low and outside on the second pitch of the at-bat against Klopfenstein. Logan coming in, batting .263 on the season, has been in the leadoff spot most of the year. The 2-0 pitch from King. Ball fouled away for the first strike of the at-bat and of today's ball game. Behind the plate, catching Jeremiah Robbins. Robbins, second-team all-conference selection last year. Just a sophomore for North Medford. That ball over the plate, lifted to left field. Going back is Easton Curtis, but he'll square it up and gets underneath it to retire Klopfenstein to start things off here in the first inning. One out on the fly ball to left field. With one away, it'll bring up Austin Takahashi, the third baseman for Roseburg. Takahashi, for this season, batting .346, hits from the left side of the plate. First pitch swinging, he goes left side, out of position. Curtis, a diving attempt. Does he come up with it? Yes. They'll call it a catch out in left field. Diving in left field, Easton Curtis, the left fielder, getting a lot of action here early on, and he makes a diving play to rob one away from Austin Takahashi. Tak going opposite field on the first pitch. Nearly caught him off guard with the defense. So two down. Dawson Gillespie will bat. He's had the hottest bat on the team over the last few games. 4-game hit streak. First pitch. It's high and inside. Gillespie coming in, batting .313 on the year. He's up that quite a bit so far to start here over these last 4 games. The 1-0 pitch, low and outside. 2-0 count. At first base, Dom Daffrin. At second, Davis Carr. At third, Colton Morgan. Frankie Retigliano at short. In the outfield from left to right, Easton Curtis, Trey Newman, and Tanner Keith. Your starters defensively for North Medford here in the top of the first inning. Scoreless ball game with 2 outs. It is a 3-0 count for Dawson Gillespie. Johnny King on the mound. The righty winds and fires, and he misses low on the 3-0 pitch and issues a 2-out walk to Dawson Gillespie. So Gillespie finds his way on. That is his 4th walk in 5 games. A 2-out walk issued. Puts a man on for Roseburg for the first time today. Silas Kincaid will bat. A pickoff throw over to first base in safely does go. Dawson Gillespie. Coach Richie Charles telling me this is the first game on natural turf. Grass infield, grass outfield, dirt everywhere. First game on natural turf in quite some time. I think they said they're only their third game on natural turf this season, possibly. They've played a lot of home games for Roseburg, and that's what the artificial turf does. It allows you to play there at home. But this is a well-kept field, so it plays pretty well. First pitch of the at-bat to Silas Kincaid after a couple of pickoff throws, low and outside for Johnny King as he falls behind to start off against the cleanup man. Silas Kincaid batting at .265 on the year. He has shown some pop in his bat at times when he's able to square him up. Had a ground rule double against North Medford the first time the two teams met. 1-0 pitch, catches the outside corner for a called strike. Slight breeze back here behind home in the grandstands, but the flag in left field not really moving all that much. Does pick up, as I say that, blowing in a little bit from left field. 1-1 pitch to Kincaid. He gets behind. That's softly hit out to shallow right center. Heading around second will go Gillespie. He'll head to third. The relay throw is cut off. A 2-out single for Silas Kincaid. Roseburg has their first base hit of the afternoon, and with 2 outs, they put men on the corners for Dominic Titone. A chance for the pitcher to help his own cause as the lefty will step to the dish with 2 down and a man in scoring position. Gillespie at third after his 2-out walk. Kincaid at first. Dominic Titone this year batting .289, has 6 RBI, a chance to try and pick up his 7th and give himself an early 1-0 lead if he can drive in Dawson Gillespie from third. It is a big and deep backstop, but they've got a good catcher behind the plate for North Medford. But if ball gets by, it's a chance to score. First pitch swinging. Titone pops it up, foul territory, third base side, long run. Did he make the catch? No, I think off the end of the glove for the third baseman, Colton Morgan. Kind of went back behind some fencing down that direction. I didn't think he had a chance initially off the bat to get to that ball, but a long run almost makes the over-the-shoulder catch in foul territory. Just off the leather, falls for strike 1 to Dominic Titone. From the left-handed batter's box, Titone digs back in, hugging the inside chalk line. Actual chalk out there on the field. That's uncommon anymore, it feels like. He'll take high and away for a 1-1 count. Almost looked as if Jeremiah Robbins behind the plate thought that was going to be called for strike 2 and was a bit surprised when it wasn't. 1-1 count for Titone, 2 outs with runners on the corners. Pitch outside, and he's ahead in the at-bat. 2 balls and a strike. Johnny King on the mound, trying to get through the first with the game scoreless. Set and fire. Low and inside, and that pitch misses. Count goes 3-1. Titone, a patient at bat, watching and seeing a lot of pitches. Nathan Wayman waits on deck. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. Belong to Douglas County. 3-1 pitch. Something to hit here for Titone. Swings through it for strike 2. Took a big cut, expecting a pitch that he could hit, and did not locate. He's got a 3-2 count. Big moment here in the first for Johnny King. Sets at the waist, delivers. That pitch popped up, and that one's getting out of play here at Jim McAbee Field. We'll do it again on the 3-2 pitch. At third base, Dawson Gillespie after the 2-out walk, followed by a single by Silas Kincaid, who's at first. 3-2 to Titone. Takes high for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Nathan Wayman in the top of the first inning. Walk, single, walk. North Medford facing bases loaded in the first, and that prompts a visit out to the mound for the North Medford coaching staff. So Roseburg will try to take advantage in the first inning. Coming up tonight, we'll have college baseball following us here on The Score for all those of you that are tuning in on the radio. Or if you're watching online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, you could tune over and catch it on the radio when our game wraps up. Oregon and Oregon State meeting up in a non-conference matchup. Number 2 ranked OSU is in Eugene to take on the Ducks there at PK Park. That one gets started at 6 o'clock. We expect that Roseburg baseball should get done in time to get you there, hopefully in time for first pitch. If not, we'll get you to that ball game right around the start of it. So should be able to get you the majority of the Beavers broadcast with voice of the Beavers, Mike Parker, here on The Score. If you want to tune in and catch the full game, or you enjoy the Ducks broadcast, you can tune in and catch the Oregon Ducks over on our sister station, News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN. Here in the top of the first, bases are loaded for Nathan Wayman with 2 outs. The DH, first pitch, a slow roller left side, charging in. The throw to first is right on target from Colton Morgan to Dom Daffron, and Wayman grounding out to finish things off in the top of the first inning. Roseburg unable to take advantage. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left on base. A half inning in the books. We go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless between North Medford and Roseburg on 541radio.com and on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Burke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Burke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Burke Communications.
Back for the bottom of the first inning, Dominic Titone, the lefty on the mound, will take the field for Roseburg. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the North Medford Black Tornado, put together by head coach Gary Curtis. It'll be Jeremiah Robbins, the catcher, leading things off, followed by the pitcher Johnny King. And at shortstop, batting third, it's Frankie Rutigliano. The center fielder batting fourth is Trey Newman. Colton Morgan at third base bats fifth, followed by Davis Carr, the second baseman. Jerry Newberg, the DH, will bat in the seventh spot for first baseman Dom Daffron. And in right field, batting eighth is Tanner Keith, and the left fielder is Easton Curtis, hitting in the ninth spot. Dominic Titone, the lefty, out there. He's had 28 in the third innings work, making his sixth start of the season. He's got a 2-2 record, a 2.96 ERA, as he misses high for ball one to Jeremiah Robbins. 35 strikeouts, 25 walks this season for Dominic Titone. The senior left-hander hits the outside corner for a called strike against Jeremiah Robbins. The sophomore leading things off for the Black Tornado, batting from the right side of the plate. The 1-1 bounces in from Titone. Take a look around the diamond defensively for this Roseburg squad today here in this bottom of the first inning. Scoreless ball game so far. Off speed from Titone, misses outside as Jeremiah Robbins pulls ahead. 3 balls, 1 strike to lead off things in the bottom of the first. 3-1. Titone with a breaking ball cuts to the inside corner for a called strike to take the count full. Robbins will wait for the 3-2 pitch. Swung on it. That ball in on the hands. Handcuffed him there. A pitch that from the lefty to the righty starts outside and cut in hard in on the hands. Good pitch there by Titone to challenge the hitter. Not an easy one to get the barrel on for Jeremiah Robbins. Again, a 3-2 pitch. This time he gets a lot of it, and it's a one-hopper through the infield dirt out to left field where Eli Jacobs will drop to a knee to pick it up. Leadoff single for Jeremiah Robbins Gets North Medford a man on base to start off against Dominic Titone. That'll bring up Johnny King, the pitcher, batting from the right side. He'll dig in. Behind the plate, catching for Roseburg today is Knox Hubbard, the senior catcher for the Tribe. A balk is called. So Titone will move Robbins up to second base on the balk. No pitch. So up to second base goes Jeremiah Robbins. Man into scoring position early on with nobody out for North Medford as they try to take advantage. First pitch now of the at-bat to King. He's way out in front of a breaking ball for strike one. Around the diamond, Silas Kincaid at first base, Sebastian Watson at second. Over at third base, Austin Takahashi. At short, Dawson Gillespie. In the outfield from left to right, Eli Jacobs, Carson Dunn, and Logan Klopfenstein. Squaring to bunt and putting it foul. Quickly an 0-2 count here for Johnny King. Trying to help his own cause here. King falls behind and will not likely be looking to lay down the sack bunt. Surprised they didn't do that from the get-go. The 0-2 here for Titone. North Medford dugout getting loud. Breaking ball is high. Beautiful sunny day here in Medford. It has been unlike anything we've seen up in Roseburg in some time. We're scheduled to go to Eugene tomorrow for a doubleheader against South Eugene and at home on Saturday, but the weather again turning nasty as the week wears on. Foul ball third base side for King. He stays with the 1-2 count. Roseburg baseball this season has been brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Appreciate all of our sponsors helping make Roseburg baseball here on The Score possible. The 1-2, swing and a miss. King will go down with a strikeout. First of the game for Dominic Titone. And all strikeouts by Roseburg pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Don't let the perfect pitch get by you. If you're tired of waiting months to see a doctor, visit onepeakmedical.com to book your appointment today. One Peak Medical, accepting new patients both in person and virtually, and is covered by most insurances. Swing and a miss on strike one for the three-hitter Frankie Retigliano, the shortstop. Batting with Jeremiah Robbins at second base after a leadoff single. And then a balk moved him into scoring position. The 0-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go? No, he did not on the appeal. The umpire on the right side of the infield, now out near second base, saying safe for Retigliano. 1-1 count. Titone checking second. Gillespie holding the runner on out there. Off-speed breaking ball hits the top of the zone, dropping in nicely for Titone. The lefty mixes things up pretty regularly. Does a good job of spotting his pitches and gets a lot of movement. The 1-2. Did he go? No, not this time either. Retigliano stays safe at the plate with the check swing. 2-2 count for the shortstop. The 2-2 with one away. Got him to swing and miss this time. And that is back-to-back Ks for Titone. Another One Peak Medical strikeout for Roseburg. And with two down, Trey Newman will bat with Jeremiah Robbins out at second base still. The leadoff man got on base, got into scoring position with nobody out, and Titone's trying to leave him stranded there. First pitch to the cleanup man, swing and a miss. Strike one, big cut out of Newman. Roseburg left the bases loaded in the top of the first. Chance to score and take the early lead. Now North Medford a chance to try and take the early lead, and Titone's trying to return the favor and leave a man in scoring position. The 0-1 here for Newman. Takes in the dirt for a 1-1 count. Newman playing in center field with the absence of Aiden Horsley. It's a 1-1 pitch to him, step off, look back to second, racing back to the bag. Titone had Gillespie there, And Robbins was late to get back to the bag. Could have made a throw, made it interesting, but Tatone does hang on. He was not kind of set up to throw that direction as the lefty. The 1-1 pitch to the plate outside. Hubbard snags it before it gets by, a 2-1 count. Aiden Horsley has suffering a hamstring injury in the doubleheader against South Medford. Read in the Mail Tribune that he could possibly be out for the rest of the year. Big loss there for the North Medford squad, and he's not in the lineup here today. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball at the knees for a called strike 2. And that's big. Horsley has been a guy with a big bat in the lineup for the Black Tornado, and obviously he's an anchor out in center field. Newman obviously very qualified to play out there as well, but lack of depth for North Medford. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Hubbard up with it, will throw down to Kincaid, and that'll finish off the inning. Striking out the side is Dominic Tatone. After a leadoff single, North Medford cannot score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're through an inning of play. We'll go to the second with our game scoreless on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The second inning for the Indians, the catcher Knox Hubbard.
Start the top of the second inning with Knox Hubbard at the plate to lead things off for Roseburg against Johnny King for North Medford. First pitch low and outside for ball 1. Today's game is brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions. For home theater and automotive audio, you can feel it at Good Vibes. 1-0 count for Hubbard. He takes in the dirt. That one skipping off of the shin guard for Robbins. A 2-0 count to start things off for Knox Hubbard, who is batting .179 on the season, 5 RBI. He's got 11 walks, 7 strikeouts on the year. The senior behind the dish. Senior-laden squad for this Roseburg team. He gets behind one, just over the top of the first baseman down the right field side. Daffrin couldn't get up high enough to get to that one. Pulling the ball for a base hit. Knox Hubbard leads off with a base knock for the Tribe. They'll bring in the courtesy runner for the catcher. Griffin Zymet will get a chance to run. 1 on with nobody out. I think I saw Griff out running today with probably one of the PE classes from Roseburg High School. As I was heading into the office, they were running down Harvard. I wanted to yell at him down the street, but I couldn't get my window down in time. So he's out there running for Hubbard. The leadoff man on. Pickoff throw almost gets away. Daffrin does a nice job of getting his glove on that one. Scoreless ball game. Top of the second inning, nobody out. Sebastian Watson at the dish. First pitch inside as the dirt pops off the glove of Jeremiah Robbins. Not something you get to see back at home at Champion Car Wash Field. There is something to be said about it, the feel of the grass and the dirt on a natural turf field. 1-0 pitch in the dirt again. Johnny King struggling to find the strike zone as he'll take a walk around the mound, wipes the sweat off his brow and adjusts his ball cap. 2-0 count against Sebastian Watson, currently batting .195 on the year. Breaking ball does not break, stays high. Count goes 3-0. And King well ahead. Sebastian Watson with 9 walks this season, looking to possibly find a way on base with his 10th. 3-0 from King. Misses outside for ball 4. Everybody was waiting for the automatic strike call there, and it didn't come. So a walk to Watson, third of the game for Johnny King. And this is an opportunity here for Roseburg to really try and take advantage and put some runs on the board. The scoreless ball game so far, top of the second inning. So Watson will make his way to first. Knox Hubbard got on with the single. Now the courtesy runner, Griffin Zymet, out at second base for him. At the plate, Carson Dunn. They'll play in on the grass with Daffrin. Expecting a possible bunt here from the Tribe, and Dunn will look to do it. Puts it down third base side, barehanded by the pitcher. Johnny King will get the force out at third. Makes a nice play with the bare hand. 1-5 on the put out at third base. They get the lead runner. Watson makes his way to second. Dunn gets on at first with the fielder's choice. So the sack bunt doesn't work out for the Tribe. One away. Top of the order comes up to hit. Logan Kloffenstein flew out to left field his first time up on a ball pretty well struck, but a routine fly ball deep in left field for Easton Curtis, who had a busy first inning defensively. Breaking ball misses up. A 1-0 count. Watson out at second base would be the go-ahead run for Roseburg if they can bring him around. Second straight inning, Roseburg's had a man in scoring position. The 1-0 is fouled past Coach Troy Thompson down at the third base coach's dugout. Other matchups in the conference today. South Medford at Sheldon, and we might be able to get some score updates on those throughout the day. Also South Eugene at Grants Pass today. 1-1 to Kloffenstein. He sits on the off speed, but still out in front. Pulls that one foul down the left field side for strike 2. Klopp with a 1-2 count. 2 men on with 1 away. They'll choke up on the bat, looking to make contact on the ensuing 1-2 offering. He does, but it's out of play. Yep, that one will carry up and over the netting behind home and off the concession stand and restrooms. Here at Jim McAbee Field, they obviously mentioned the the natural turf field. You've got 344 down the left field line, 331 down the right field side. I think that says, 380 to dead center field here. That pitch got him on the arm inside there. Kloffenstein will wear one, and he gets the trip down to first base. Didn't work to get out of the way all that much, but the umpire says it wasn't required to. Gives him the benefit there. Down to first base goes Kloffenstein. Dunn moves to second. Watson goes to third. Bases are loaded with just 1 out. And one of Roseburg's top hitters at the plate, Austin Takahashi, will try to drive in a run. Last time up, flew out to left field. He'll foul off the first pitch from Johnny King for strike 1. Takahashi, they shade him to be a pole hitter. So the left fielder, Easton Curtis, is playing more towards the alley out in left field. And that almost came back to bite him with Takahashi at the plate in the top of the first inning. He went opposite field. A diving grab by Easton Curtis made the great defensive play to rob what would have been an extra base hit from Tak. RBI opportunity here for Takahashi. The 0-1 count. King delivers. Tak fouls off another one for strike 2. He's on it, just can't square it up there. Takahashi batting .346 this year. He's got 9 RBI, looking to try and get to double figures. That would put him in Dawson Gillespie territory. Gillespie leading the team with 11. The 0-2. Tak fouls it away. He's a good contact hitter. He sends that one into the street. Not sure if it hit anybody's cars out there. That is the dangers of driving by here. The 0-2 pitch, top of the second. Scoreless ball game. Bases loaded with 1 away, and it's a waste to pitch. High and away from Johnny King. King has been effectively erratic so far. A single, walk, fielder's choice, and a hit by pitch here in this inning. Roseburg has the bases loaded. 2-2 count as the pitch misses outside. Austin Takahashi trying to put Roseburg ahead of North Medford. With just one out so far here in the top of the second. Tak fouls off another one that was close to the zone. Didn't want to let it go by and risk a called strike 3. Hitting the top of the hour here. We'll take a 10-second timeout for a legal ID in just a moment. 2-2 pitch for Austin Takahashi. The lefty waits for the delivery from the righty. Breaking ball misses well outside. Stumbling to the ground goes King. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on The Score. Three-two pitch, grounder up the middle, could be a chance at 2, flip to second for 1. The relay to first, not in time. A run will score on the fielder's choice for Austin Takahashi. Roseburg takes a 1-0 lead. Coming in to score from third is Watson. Dunn moves up to third. Out at second base was Klopfenstein. 2 down. Takahashi picks up the RBI and gets on with the fielder's choice. 6-4 put out at second base for the Black Tornado. Dawson Gillespie will bat. A 1-0 lead now for Roseburg in the top of the second. Runner going. No throw by Robbins in safely. Goes Takahashi into second base. Takes away the out there at second. Helps out Roseburg a little bit. First pitch missed for ball 1 to Gillespie, who drew a 2-out walk in the first. 1-0 delivery for Johnny King. Roseburg now leading 1-0. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. One count. The delivery from King is high and tied up near the letters, backing out of the way. Gillespie takes for ball 2. Dawson was left at third base in the first inning when Roseburg had the bases loaded with 2 outs and couldn't bring anybody in. They've been able to capitalize with the bases loaded here in the second on a ground out. Inside, knocked down by Robbins. Count goes to 3-1 for King. Dawson Gillespie ahead in the at-bat will be looking for a pitch he could drive here. Wind is blowing out to left field. Balls could be pushed foul if they're in the air that direction. Time called. And a verbal warning over towards the North Medford dugout, apparently. Umpire calling time, and strike called. Maybe he was saying it was on the chalk, is what I heard somebody just saying. A strike call on the 3-1 inside. Full count for Dawson Gillespie. They might have been saying that Dawson is hugging that inside corner. Full count pitch. Gillespie pops up. That one foul territory, drifting out of play on the first base side. We'll do it again on the 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes again for Gillespie with Carson Dunn at third. Austin Takahashi at second base. Hit could score 2. Running on contact here for the Tribe. Johnny King out of his windup for the righty. Misses low and outside. The ball gets by. Dunn breaking for the plate. The throw gets by the pitcher. Rolls out towards short. Takahashi's going to try and score as well. The throw doesn't get there in time. Roseburg gets 2 on the wild pitch. A walk for Dawson Gillespie gets him on at first. Carson Dunn takes home on the wild pitch. And then Austin Takahashi took third, and then on the overthrow from the catcher back to the pitcher trying to cover the plate, he scores. So an error on the play. throwing error allows Takahashi to score. Roseburg builds a 3-0 lead in the second, and things continue for Johnny King as he'll face Silas Kincaid with 2 outs. Hits the outside corner for strike 1. Watson started it, scoring on the ground ball by Austin Takahashi, where they got the out at second but couldn't get the double play to finish the inning. Then Dunn scores on the wild pitch on ball 4 to Gillespie. It's a pitch low and outside, thrown out to second base, not there in time. In with a steal goes Dawson Gillespie. And it's a 1-1 count for Silas Kincaid with the man at second base. That was just heads up aggressive running by Austin Takahashi and Carson Dunn to get Roseburg 2 runs here in the second. Leading 3-0 now with 2 outs. Low and outside, bouncing in, King missing. Silas Kincaid, who had the first hit of the game for Roseburg, a bloop single out towards right field. Stands in there with a man in scoring position. 2 down. Trying to really stretch things open for Roseburg in the second. Off speed, off the end of the bat, that one cue ball hit foul down the first base side. So the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Silas is the 7th hitter to the plate here in the second inning for Roseburg. Batting for a second time in as many innings. Roseburg sent 6 hitters to the plate in the first. So far, 6 hitters have made their way up and gone through. Actually, all 6 hitters have gotten on base for Roseburg here in the second. 2 down, a 2-2 pitch. Time called before the next pitch by Johnny King. It is early. Another pitch in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Acting as the backstop. Robbins knocks it down, keeps it in front of him. That holds Dawson Gillespie at second. It is early. I have not seen any action in the bullpen for North Medford here. I think a team that is dealing with injuries and a little short-staffed at this point in the year. Full count pitch for King. Strike 3 call. The breaking ball hits the inside corner at the knee, and Kincaid will go down looking. First strikeout of the day for Johnny King, but Roseburg does strike here in the second. They scored 3 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 at North Medford error and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Roseburg in front, 3-0 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Go to the bottom of the second inning. Roseburg on top, 3-0 over North Medford as the Black Tornado will come up to hit against Dominic Titone, who struck out the side in the first after giving up a leadoff single. It'll be Colton Morgan to start things for North Medford. The 5-hitter takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Today's game brought to you by by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. You can get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. High and away for Dom, who had a lengthy layoff there with that second inning running a little long. Misses for a 2-0 count against Colton Morgan, the third baseman. Morgan, a sophomore, a young team for this North Medford squad. Ground ball, slow roller towards short. Charging is Gillespie. The throw on the run is there on target to Silas Kincaid at first. 6-3 the put out to retire the leadoff man for North Medford. Davis Carr will bat, the second baseman. Carr is just a junior. No seniors on the roster I printed out earlier in the season, and there's been a few names that have been added to the roster, which I'd imagine those guys definitely not seniors. Probably coming up from JV to help fill out the roster some. Blowing outside for ball one to Davis Carr. Play 1-0. It catches the bottom corner of the zone for strike one to the lefty. Carr, the first lefty in the lineup for North Medford today. Chops one, back to the mound, goes over to Tone, charging Watson Fields, throws the first. Did he get it there in time? Yes! Just beating out Carr, who thought he was safe. 4-3 the put out, 2 down. Watson had to charge to get to that one and just barely beating out Carr. I didn't know if he'd get the call on that bang play at first. But Watson, who's been having a great season defensively for Roseburg at second, comes up with another big play there. 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Roseburg in front of North Medford, 2 down. And the first pitch at the knees called for a strike against Jerry. No, Joey. I read the written handwriting part. Joey Newberg. Take for a 1-1 count. Newberg, the DH, batting for the first baseman, Dom Daffern. Swings through it for a 1-2 count. Sophomore, Newberg. As I mentioned, just a young team for North Medford this year. The 1-2 pitch. Strike three called. He goes down looking. Another One Peak Medical strikeout for Dominic Titone, his fourth punch out of the ball game, and it's another 1-2-3, or it's a 1-2-3 inning there for Dom. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We will head to the top of the third inning. Roseburg in front 3-0 over North Medford on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Top of the third inning here from Jim Maccabee Field in Medford. Roseburg leading the Black Tornado 3-0. It'll be Dominic Titone to lead things off. Today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. First pitch for Dom from Johnny King on the mound for his third inning of work. He misses low and inside. King has only given up 2 hits so far, but he has walked a few. And a hit batter in there as well as Dom pulls it right side past the diving Davis Carr at second base into right field. And Titone will get on with a leadoff single. Third hit of the game for Roseburg. Titone on base 2 times now. They'll bring in the courtesy runner for him. Jordan White will run for the pitcher. So 1 on for Roseburg to start it off. Second straight inning, they get a leadoff single. So Titone gets on. He is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single now. Up to bat, Nathan Wayman grounded out to third his first time up. Takes outside for ball 1. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 walks in the game for Johnny King. 4 walks and 1 hit batter. Does have the 1 strikeout, and he's given up now 3 hits to Roseburg. Busy day for Roseburg against North Medford today. 1-0 to Wayman. Takes on the outside corner for a strike. Roseburg baseball here playing today. Softball is just over to my right. Wish I could get a look at the scoreboard for you over there, but unfortunately cannot. A 1-1 count for Wayman. Swings through. I think he got a piece of it. Yeah, he did. Strike 2 on the foul tip. So softball's here playing against North Medford, and then you've got tennis is also playing against North Medford today. So boys and girls tennis are down here in North Medford. I can see them out beyond the right field fence out there playing. So busy day for Roseburg and North Medford athletics. The 1-2, Wayman fouls it away, stays alive as it clips the top of the screen and back into the stands here. Stays a 1-2 count. Also today, Roseburg Track and Field, they're at home. They're taking on South Eugene this afternoon there at Finlay Field. So all around a busy day for Roseburg student athletes. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, got him out in front. Going down swinging is Nathan Wayman. There's 1 out now in the top of the 3rd inning. Second strikeout of the ball game for Johnny King. Airplanes flying into the Medford Airport. I've flown out of that airport a couple of times. Not too shabby. First pitch to Knox Hubbard is outside for ball 1. Hubbard the catcher. A single back in the second to lead off that 2nd inning. Roseburg's 2nd into the ball game at the time. He stands back in, left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. Medford Airport, it's not a bad spot. The fly out of it's nice, it's small, convenient, not too far away. It's a good option. Although the last time I was there, it was just in the heart of that holiday travel where everything was a pain in the rear end to have to fly. And I spent a lot of time at that Medford Airport. Swing and a miss on the 2-1 offering. Breaking ball got away from Knox Hubbard. He could not connect with it. Finds himself with a 2-1 count. That trip, I flew back to Wisconsin to spend some of the holidays with my wife's family, and that was an adventure. Pickoff throw to first. Back in goes Jordan White, running for Dominic Titone, the pitcher. If you tried to fly anywhere over the holidays, you know what I'm talking about. Canceled flights all over the place. Canceled, delayed flights. Oof. 2-1 delivery here for Johnny King. Ball fouled first base side. Evens up the count 2-2 for Knox Hubbard. That was when that freak snowstorm came through state of Oregon. I left Oregon in a blizzard conditions, flew to Wisconsin where it was actually unseasonably warm. 2-2 pitch, back to the spring-like conditions we have in Medford here today. That feels so far away, and well, to tell you the truth, the weather we're having here today feels miles, complete 100-degree difference from what we've been seeing the last couple of days up in Roseburg. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Got him with the breaking ball. Another strikeout for Johnny King. He's got 3 in the ball game, picks up a couple of big ones after a leadoff single here in the 3rd. Back-to-back punch-outs brings up Sebastian Watson, who drew a walk in the 2nd inning, trying to keep things going for Roseburg, leading 3-0 here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch, Watson gets underneath it, launches to left field. Easton Curtis will circle around it. That ball high in the air comes down in the leather for the final out. No damage done in the top of the 3rd for Roseburg. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 3-0, Roseburg in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Three 3-0 lead for the Roseburg Indians against North Medford here in Medford in a Southwest Conference battle. Checking in with the conference scoreboard, South Medford at Sheldon, a battle for second place in the conference standings. And right now, through 3 innings, it's Sheldon at home leading against South Medford 3-0. Leading things off for North Medford as they trail 3-0 against Roseburg will be the 8-hitter Tanner Keith. He'll take outside from Dominic Tatone to lead off the at-bat. Keith, the right fielder, swings at the outside pitch for strike 1. To start off his first at-bat against Dominic Tatone. The 8-9 one-hitters due up here in the third for the Black Tornado. A 1-1 pitch from Tatone, breaking ball, just up a little bit for a 2-1 count. Well, we're talking about flying. If you're looking to try and go somewhere on a trip, make sure you contact the experts over at Flyaway Travel, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or you can give them a call at 672-5701. They'll hook you up with all the travel deals and experience. They got a ton of knowledge on great vacation destinations. 3-1 counts for Tatone against Keith, the 8-hitter. Gets him to swing and miss on the breaking ball, way out in front for Keith. And he finds himself with a full count here. Tatone with 4 strikeouts so far, looking for number 5. Start off things in the bottom of the third. Ground ball left side. Takahashi scoops it up, and he'll sling it across the diamond for the out. 1 away. So far, Roseburg's defense hasn't had to do a ton of work. That's the third ground out for North Medford. Other than that, everything else has been strikeouts for Dominic Tatone. 7 outs total. He's got 4 strikeouts. Easton Curtis will bat with 1 out and nobody on. First pitch, he's guessing, swing and a miss for strike 1. Again, stay tuned. Coming up after our broadcast, we'll go to coverage of Oregon State baseball as they take on the Ducks tonight from Eugene. Another guess and a swing and a miss going around for strike 2. Easton Curtis got all twisted up on that breaking ball from the lefty to the righty. He went chasing. 0-2 count for the left fielder, who made a spectacular defensive play in the first inning. And he whiffs on the breaking ball. It's a strikeout for Dominic Tatone, his 5th of the ball game. All Roseburg strikeouts are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Did you strike out with that New Year fad diet? Well, let One Peak Medical Fitness and Nutrition Advisors create an individualized plan for your daily routine, goals, and overall health to make sure that you succeed. One Peak Medical. Visit them at onepeakmedical.com. First pitch misses to the top of the order here. It's Jeremiah Robbins. He's got the lone hit in the ball game for North Medford. He takes for ball 1. Single through the left side last time. He swings and misses at the 1-0 offering. Roseburg currently leading things in the Southwest Conference at a 6-1 record. 1-1. Low and inside for a 2-1 count. Jeremiah Robbins trying to get something going with a 2-out rally here in the third inning. Nobody on base. North Medford trailing 3-0. They try to attack inside again against the righty. And Dom missing his mark, gets by him. And it's a 3-1 count. Nobody on base with 2 away. Don't have to pitch around him too intently. Got a swing and a miss for strike 2. Full count for Jeremiah Robbins. Can Tatone finish him off here and make it another 1-2-3 frame? The lefty sets and misses outside for ball 4. So for a second time, Robbins will reach on base. A walk issued by Tatone. That's the first of the game for Dom. Johnny King will bat. Dig in with 1 man on and 2 away. Pitcher trying to help his own cause. Struck out swinging his first time up. He squares to bunt, but will take high. Charging in was Takahashi from third. Robbins will take a sizable lead at first with the lefty on the mound. The throw goes to the plate, fouled away. Strike 1 out there at the bag. Robbins has a big lead, but he was leaning back towards first significantly. So Tatone had him leaning in the wrong direction. Try and get a good jump to second. A 1-1 pitch. Tatone delivered to the plate. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and behind the plate, Knox Hubbard with a big scoop there. That ball didn't look easy to catch. If it gets by, Robbins is headed into scoring position. But he stops that one from getting by, and everybody's able to hold. A 1-2 pitch for Tatone. Runner going. And it's a ball outside. In standing up will go Robbins to second. There's a breaking ball. Picked a good one to go on. Stolen base for Jeremiah Robbins. Gets him into second base. Behind the plate, Knox Hubbard not much of a chance to try and make a play on the throw to second with that one. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses just a bit above the zone. Count goes full for Johnny King, the 2-hitter in the lineup card for North Medford. Full count pitch. Got him reaching. That ball softly hit out towards center field. Charging in on the run. Carson Dunn will snag that one chest high. Looked like a dangerous play at first with a lot of players converging, but Dunn calls for it and easily makes the grab to retire the side. No runs on no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base for the Black Tornado. We go to the top of the 4th. Roseburg still in front, 3-0 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Burke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Burke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Burke Communications.
Top of the 4th inning, a 3-0 lead for Roseburg against North Medford. Dunn, Klopfenstein, and Takahashi to lead things off against Johnny King into his 4th inning of work. Not seeing any action in the bullpen for the Black Tornado. King misses low and outside on the first pitch to Dunn, who reached on a fielder's choice back in the second. And he will get beamed by the second pitch of the inning. Leadoff man on base for Roseburg. Dunn gets on for a second time. Top of the order coming up. Klopfenstein 0 for 1 in the game. He was hit by a pitch last time up. He'll step in with nobody out and 1 man on. Today's ball game brought to you by Roseburg Honda. We know buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction, their highest priority. So visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Scoring to bunt, Klopfenstein puts it back to the mound, bobbled by King, throws to first just ahead of Logan Klopfenstein. His sack bunt will move Carson Dunn into scoring position. Roseburg plays a little small ball. The bobble almost allowing Klopfenstein to reach on base. But he couldn't beat out the throw by Johnny King, who throws a strike to Dom Daffron at first. One away, out at second base is Carson Dunn. Austin Takahashi spins out of the way of an inside pitch for ball one. I'm sure Roseburg would love to see Dominic Tatone continue to pitch well and make it through this game without using up pitch count for anyone else. Roseburg, a lot of games on the schedule this week as Takahashi pops one up out towards left field. Curtis trying to track it down in the afternoon blue sky. He does and throws it in all the way to third base for the second out, holding Carson Dunn at second base. It's been a busy day out there in left field for Easton Curtis. 2 down. Dawson Gillespie will bat. He has walked twice in the contest, looking for his first hit. Has Carson Dunn in scoring position at second. Roseburg leading 3-0. All 3 runs coming back in the second. First pitch here for Gillespie. Breaking ball is low and inside. Roseburg scheduled to play a doubleheader, makeup doubleheader at South Eugene tomorrow, and we'll be there to broadcast those games. And then they're also scheduled to be at home for a doubleheader coming up on Saturday. And that'll be a doubleheader against Grants Pass Saturday, although weather dependent for that one. Tomorrow's doubleheader, tomorrow looks to be a great day weather-wise. Going sidearm, going way down there. King misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. I don't recall seeing King go to that sidearm motion before. A 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball does catch the zone for a called strike against Gillespie. Two-one count with 2 outs and a man at second base, top of the 4th inning. Gillespie takes a strike on the outer half to even up the count. So it's a busy week in Roseburg, hoping that Dominic Tatone can eat up some innings here today. That would save them arms for the rest of the week when pitch counts could be big. The 2-2 off speed is high and the count goes full. If a guy reaches a certain number of pitches, he's got to wait a certain number of days before he's available to come back and pitch again. And so with so many games in a single week, you got to make sure you got guys available. Well, Roseburg does have a lot of throwers. Full count pitch here for Dawson Gillespie, and he'll take for his 3rd walk of the game. And with that walk, Gillespie has reached base 3 times, all via the walk. That does have his 4-game hit streak in jeopardy. Got to think he may have at least one more at-bat left on the day, but not necessarily. It is not a given. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Johnny King on the mound will face Silas Kincaid. First pitch swinging, pop fly right field. That one shallow, charging in. The catch is made by Tanner Keith. Roseburg couldn't square one up there that frame, and they leave 2 runners on base. No runs on no hits. There were no errors, and 2 men on for Roseburg in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Still a 3-0 game. Roseburg clinging to a lead as we bring up North Medford on the bottom of the 4th on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Well, the pitchers have continued to hold the opposing offenses off balance as we continue to have a 3-0 ball game here between Roseburg and North Medford. Dominic Titone, the lefty on the mound, will face the 3-4-5 hitters here in the fourth inning for North Medford. Frankie Retigliano will lead things off. He takes in the dirt for ball one. North Medford with just the one hit so far in the ball game as Dominic Titone wheeling and dealing gets a swing and a miss for strike one. Retigliano, one of 5 strikeouts in the ball game for Dominic Titone. He struck out in his first at-bat as a part of a 3-strikeout first inning for Titone. Strike called at the bottom of the zone on another breaking ball for the lefty, and Dom ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes against the leadoff man. The shortstop Retigliano waits for the 1-2 pitch. Takes high to even up the count. Later stages of today's ball game. Roseburg trying to pull off a season sweep against North Medford. The 2-2. Ground ball, back up the middle, snagged by Titone. He'll take his time, gets to flat ground, throws to first to retire. Frankie Retigliano. Toss it over to Silas Kincaid at first for the out, 1 away. Nice job defending off the mound for Titone. Snagged that ball up the middle. It might have had a chance to get through if it got by Dom, but he doesn't let it get by, and then does the smart thing, got to flat territory, and throws to first with a strike. Trey Newman, the cleanup man, takes strike one on the first pitch. Newman struck out in the first, ending the inning with a man in scoring position. He bats here with 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth, Roseburg leading 3-0. Ground ball, left side, slow roller, cutting it off. Takahashi, what a quick transition. He sucked it into the glove and then quickly into the throwing hand for the out to first. Just a quick transition in and out of the glove for Takahashi to retire Newman for the second out. Colton Morgan will bat. He grounded out to short his first time up. He hits with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch he takes for strike one with a check swing. Only 1 fly ball out for North Medford in this one so far. That was to center fielder Carson Dunn to end things in the third for the Black Tornado. A low pitch for a 1-1 count to Morgan. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. The 1-1 is outside, 2 balls and a strike. Again, no action in either bullpen. Any pitching changes, of course, are brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. Visit chrisinsurers.com if you're looking to maybe go to the pen and make a change with your insurance coverage. Strike on the inside corner. Coming back to the inside edge against Morgan there to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Titone trying to finish off the frame. The 2-2 pitch is low. Full count to Colton Morgan with nobody on and 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. Swings, line drive shot, cuts! No, it did not. It goes off the glove for Gillespie. I thought he had it there at first, but he turned and looked to left field. It goes off the glove as he tried to get to that ball. I thought the shortstop was going to elevate enough to get to that play, but he could not quite haul it in. So Morgan will get on with a base knock. just the second of the game for the Black Tornado. A 2-out single. Davis Carr will bat, the lefty, grounded out to second his first time up. And he'll take a strike on the first pitch, lefty versus lefty matchup. Just the third base runner of the game for North Medford. Their last game, a 6-0 loss against South Medford. They got 2 hits and only got 3 men on base. That equals what they have here. Grounder towards short. Gillespie, quick fire across to first. Scooped by Silas King. Whoa! They say that he's safe at first base. That he got pulled off the bag on a low throw, safe at first. And the inning will continue at the moment. And out of the box is going to come Troy Thompson to check on this one. The umpire giving him an explanation. That looked like it was... Oh, it looks like it was a great scoop. It didn't seem as if Kincaid really moved away from the bag at all. So surprising to see that call, and that surprises the Roseburg fans that have made the trek down here today. And the umpires will get together to talk about it, but rarely does that end up resulting in a change in the call. Joey Newberg would be the next batter if the call stands for North Medford. As it is, runners at first and second with 2 outs. They're going to stay with the call. Safe at first. That is unfortunate. Can North Medford take advantage of the extra out? That'll be an error on Roseburg on the throw by Dawson Gillespie. Joey Newberg will bat. He struck out looking in the second. First and second with 2 down. And now Roseburg looks to try and make sure that an error doesn't come back to compile on itself. And time is going to be called as Richie Charles will take the march out to the mound to have a conversation. So with 2 down, Joey Newberg is the batter. And North Medford trying to capitalize on an extra out here in the 4th inning. Roseburg baseball. I want to say thanks to our sponsor, Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. They are the sponsor of any pitching changes made throughout a ball game. If you've been thinking of switching things up with your insurance coverage, well, get in touch with Chris. He's got over 10 years of insurance experience. Chris can make sure that you're getting the coverage that you need at a price that fits your budget. Auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301 or visit Chris Insures for a quote, chrisinsures.com, that is, for a quote today. Don't call him right now. He's at the baseball game here, so.
Every time. Give me a call anytime, Buffy. I'll let you guys take care of.
Apparently, give him a call anytime. Even if he's at the baseball game. So 2 away with runners at first and second in the bottom of the 4th inning. A throwing error, pulling Silas Kincaid off of first. Extends the frame to the DH, Joey Newberg. His second time up against Dominic Titone. He swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Newberg was the final out of the 2nd inning, striking out looking. Titone has had a strikeout in every inning except for this 4th so far. The 0-1. Swung on, soft liner, first base side, diving catch, made in foul territory by Silas Kincaid, and that'll finish off the bottom of the 4th. Kincaid sliding head first to get underneath that ball, a soft liner into foul territory, and it finishes off the bottom of the 4th. No runs on 1 hit, 1 Roseburg error, 2 men left on base. It's still 3-0, Roseburg in front as we head to the top of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Out for a fifth inning of work, Johnny King will face Dominic Tatone, Nathan Wayman, and Knox Hubbard here in the top of the fifth inning. Roseburg leading 3-0. Roseburg does have an arm thrown in the bullpen. That is Evan Corbett. Might be just getting in a scheduled bullpen session here. Dominic Tatone has been looking pretty good so far. Speaking of Tatone, he'll lead things off. He is 1 for 1 in the ballgame with a single his last time up. Takes outside from Johnny King, who goes to the sidearm pitch to start off the at-bat, 1-0. Tatone also walked back in the first. King's 1-0 offering. Breaking ball over the plate, but low for a 2-0 count. Good crowd showing up to enjoy some sunshine, soak it up here at Jim McAbee Field today. Temperature's not overly warm, which is nice on these black wooden grandstands. They can really absorb some heat. The 2-0 pitch hits the outside corner for Dom. He's got a 2-1 count against Johnny King. King has allowed just 3 hits in the ball game, but he's walked 5 and hit 2 batters. An error in there as well. Roseburg took advantage back in the second inning for 3 runs. Time called before the next pitch. Some umbrellas out to provide some shade here at the ballpark today. Just wait until it gets to Legion season, then sitting here in these stands. Boy, it can get hot. Tone will take on the inside corner for a called strike, 2-2. We were in the mid-60s when we started out today. Nice little cool breeze keeping things close. Pitch is fouled off on the 2-2. Tatone stays at the plate. That one hit towards the street behind us. A 2-2 count. Tatone waits. Golfs one fouled on the right field side. Turned on the inside pitch. Made contact to stay alive. Again, Roseburg softball playing behind us to our right. Got Roseburg tennis out beyond the right field fence, taking on North Medford today. Looks like the JV softball game going out behind the right field fence here as well at the Mega Sports Complex here at North Medford High School. 2-2 count. Dominic Tatone leading things off in the fifth. Takes strike 3 on the outside corner. Johnny King gets the strikeout looking. 4th of the game for King. 1 away in the top of the 5th. Roseburg would love to add some insurance runs. They've found themselves in this situation before, leading comfortably throughout much of a game and then giving up some late runs, suddenly finding themselves in a tight one. First pitch swinging for Nathan Wayman in the air to right field. Heading towards the line and making the catch, Tanner Keith for out number 2. 1 pitch for the out. Nathan Wayman flies out. He is 0 for 3 in the ball game. It brings up Knox Hubbard, the catcher, 1 for 2. Struck out swinging his last time at the plate. He bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Trying to get something started for the Tribe. Just outside on the first pitch from Johnny King. Got a score update from up in Eugene at Sheldon High School. They were in the top of the 6th inning of that ball game. As Hubbard swings through a breaking ball, chasing low and inside to the lefty, a 1-1 count. South Medford has rallied back. They've tied up the ball game against the Irish, 3-3 on our last score update. The 1-1 pitch for Johnny King. Knox trying to get around on the inside corner, fouls it down the first base side. King is one pitch away from getting through a 1-2-3 fifth inning. He's gotten to 2 outs in a couple of innings and hasn't been able to finish it off. Trying to do it here. Swing and a miss. Safety swing, he could not connect. And Hubbard goes down with the strikeout. That is the first 1-2-3 inning of the day for Johnny King. He has kept the North Medford Black Tornado in this one, down 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it's a 3-0 ball game. Roseburg in front. Dominic Titone throwing into the 5th, looking for his 3rd win of the season. He misses on the first offering to Tanner Keith, the right fielder, who leads things off. Take outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like a little bit of action in the bullpen for North Medford. We saw Evan Corbin throwing in the bullpen for Roseburg. Swing and a miss on the 2-0 pitch. As Keith finds himself with the 2-1. He is 0 for 1 of the day with a ground out to third his last time up. The 2-1 high and away by Dom. He'll fall behind 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. Titone has issued just 2 walks now. Walks the 8-hitter. And it brings up Easton Curtis. Curtis struck out swinging back in the 3rd. 1 on to start things off in the 5th, and that brings a visit out to the mound for Richie Charles. Gives us a moment to let you know today's game is brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Warming up in the bullpen for North Medford is Davis Carr, the junior right-hander. So keep an eye on that. Carr at second base currently. Dom is going to come out of the game on the mound. They'll make a change and bring in Evan Corbin, and they may look to just make a change here as pitch counts are getting to a certain point. So Titone will head to the outfield. He'll go to left. Evan Corbin will take over on the mound, and we'll get you all the final numbers for Dominic Titone in a moment after this call to the pin. Brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. We'll have more for you after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. This Roseburg pitching change brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been looking at making a change to your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris. Over 10 years of insurance experience, Chris can make sure you're getting the coverage that you need at a price that fits your budget. Auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Dominic Titone, done after 4 innings of work, gave up 2 hits. Currently, he has not given up a run in the ball game, although the runner at first base, Tanner Keith, would go to his total if he came around to score. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, the line there for Dom Titone. It'll bring in Evan Corbin. Corbin, the junior, making his 7th appearance. He'll fire in the first pitch low and outside against the 9-hitter Easton Curtis, who is 0 for 1 in the game and bats with a man at first and nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, a 3-0 lead for Roseburg. Curtis squaring to bunt again, and he'll take just outside for a 2-0 count. Evan Corbin, a 2-1 record, 24 strikeouts, 10 walks, a 1.69 ERA. So missed low and outside for a 3-0 count to start off here against Easton Curtis, who struck out swinging back in the 3rd. Looking for a strike. Get it on the outside corner. Curtis was showing a bunt, taking all the way. A 3-1 count. Playing in is Takahashi at 3rd. Curtis squares to bunt again, and he will offer, unable to connect with it, and he's got himself a full count. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th, 3-0 ball game, Roseburg in front. 9-hitter at the plate, the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball back off the mound. It goes off the leg of Evan Corbin, and everyone's safe. So a base hit for Curtis. That one up the middle. Might have been better if it got through. After ricocheting off the leg of Evan Corbin, they don't go to check on him, so it must be all right. They're not too worried about it. But a base hit for Easton Curtis on a ball that could have been a possible double play opportunity. Nobody out, runners at first and second, top of the order here. Jeremiah Robbins up in a big spot. First pitch takes a fastball for strike 1. Evan Corbin pitched a 3-0 win against North Medford earlier this season, a complete game 2-hitter. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk in that matchup. Off speed is in the dirt. Knocked down by Hubbard, a 1-1 count as the runners hold at first and second. Nobody out in the 5th. Roseburg leading by 3. A nice lead, but not necessarily a comfortable one here in the late stages. The game-tying run at the plate right now for the Black Tornado. The 1-1 pitch to right field. On the run, Klopfenstein. A diving attempt, can't get to it. He'll have to chase it down in right field. Heading to 3rd, the run coming home to the plate. And 1 run will score on the double by Jeremiah Robbins. Robbins ends up at 2nd. Keith goes all the way to 3rd. Keith scores from 2nd. Curtis goes 1st to 3rd. 1 run in, and the shutout is done for North Medford as they strike here in the 5th. Get 1 run back. It is a 3-1 ball game with nobody out. Johnny King batting. Squares to bunt, pushes it first base side. Everyone's going to be safe. Another run in. It's a 1-run ball game. Runners on the corners with nobody out. An RBI bunt single for Johnny King. Silas Kincaid came charging in to try and play that one, but his only option was to try and get a tag out at home. Corbin ended up with it as it got by Kincaid, but nobody was there in time to get the out at first. Strike called at the plate, throw to 2nd. They'll throw back to the plate. The play at the dish. Out at home. No, they call him safe for obstruction. And Troy Thompson's going to come out from behind the plate. They're going to call obstruction at the dish on Knox Hubbard. He had the ball well before the runner even got to the plate. He got the ball well before the runner even got there. He turned and was applying the tag as Jeremiah Robbins was sliding into him. The ruling is that you can't have, the catcher cannot be blocking home plate unless he's got the baseball. Terrible. And so we got a tie ball game. That was a great throw by Sebastian Watson. Looked like a great play at the plate by Knox Hubbard. But I guess interference going to be the call. Scoring is Robbins. King gets the stolen base to second. And it's a tie ball game, 3-3 with nobody out. And the go-ahead run at second with the third hitter, the shortstop, Frankie Rutigliano, up to bat. And we're waiting to find out, is it a ball or a strike? And now the umpires are going to get together. I honestly don't recall either. There is one pitch for Rutigliano. Well, Roseburg watches a lead evaporate again. It's an 0-1 count. It was a strike called. So Rutigliano, who's 0 for 2 in the game, facing Evan Corbin for the first time. The book is closed on Dominic Titone, and unfortunately, he does not finish with a decision today. Game is tied at 3-3. He'll get a no decision. 4 innings work, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. First pitch, or excuse me, the 0-1 pitch is high for a 1-1 count. Corbin's 1-1 offering. High with the fastball, 2 balls and a strike. Playing in a bit at the corners with a man at second base and nobody out. The 2-1 is low from Corbin. And he falls behind against Rutigliano, the 3-hitter. Roseburg softball leading in their game against North Medford, top of the 7th. They're on top, 3-0. Strike on the 3-1 pitch to make it a full count to Rutigliano. So Roseburg softball looking to try and pick up a win against the Black Tornado. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. He twisted up Rutigliano, and it is a strikeout. 1 away. That's a big first out for Roseburg. Needed that one. Still a runner out at second base, the go-ahead runner. As Trey Newman steps in, he's 0 for 2, grounded out to third his last time up. Off-speed first pitch in the dirt, way off the base at second. They've got him in a rundown between second and third, and the tag applied. No. Austin Takahashi closed the distance and missed on the tag, and now out of the box, out of the dugout comes Troy Thompson to have a conversation on this again. So that'll be a stolen base if it stands here for Johnny King as he gets the third. So Thompson's going to have to walk all the way to the third base to talk to the umpire out there. So it's been a 5th inning filled with a lot of conversations with the umpires for the Roseburg coaching staff. Not been happy with how things have been ruled here so far. Takahashi was reaching to make that play as he closed in on the rundown, and the throw once again from Sebastian Watson, a great throw to try and get a runner. And once again, Roseburg not getting the call they were hoping for. It's a 1-0 count against Trey Newman with now a man at third base and just 1 out. Still a conversation happening for Troy Thompson and the third base umpire. Today's game has been brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall. They're accepting new patients. If you're looking for dentistry needs, give Dr. Randall a call at 541-378-6694. So a tough outing for Evan Corbin. He's given up single, double, single. He does have a strikeout, but they thought they had an out at home on a first and third situation. but they call obstruction on the catcher, and so the runner was safe. And now they thought they had an out at third base to clear the bases, but apparently a miss on the tag by Takahashi, and the go-ahead runner is at third base for North Medford, as Thompson will walk back to the dugout. No change on the call. A 1-0 count for Evan Corbin against Trey Newman, the cleanup hitter. Sac fly could give North Medford the lead. They play in on the infield for the Roseburg defense as a strike taken on the 1-0. So Newman will have a 1-1 count. Things have fallen off the rails a bit here in the fifth for Roseburg. A 1-1 pitch for Corbin. Kicks and fires. The big righty misses inside for a 2-1 count. Roseburg will have to get the bats going here in the later stages. Try and regain the lead. Currently in a tie ball game with North Medford. 3-3 game in the bottom of the fifth. Off-speed pitch. Breaking ball ends up low for Corbin. And once again, he falls behind. 3 balls and a strike against the batter. Got unlucky with a ground ball right back at Corbin that hit off his foot earlier in this inning as a ball fouled back. Count goes full. So it's kind of been a weird inning. An unlucky one there for Corbin on a ground ball comebacker to him. And then a weird play at the plate on an interference call, and now a weird play at third on a rundown. Full count pitch. Gets him to pop up. Could drive in the go-ahead run. Dunn underneath it. Makes the catch. He'll throw in. The throw to the plate. The tag. No! He calls him safe at the plate again. Knox Hubbard had the baseball when he came up. The throw beat the runner there. I think Hubbard's trying to say he was pulling it out of his glove. That was almost the final out of the frame, but it's a sac fly for Newman, and North Medford rallies back for a 1-run lead, 4-3 in time called. Richie Charles is going to go out to the mound to have a conversation, try and settle down the team. 2 outs. It's now 4 runs in here in the 5th inning for North Medford on 2 calls at home plate that have not gone their way. Looks like we will get a pitching change here. Parker Burke going to come in for Evan Corbin. Corbin couldn't get him through the frame, so we'll have another call to the pen brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. We'll take a 60-second timeout. What a 5th inning it's been. Roseburg trailing North Medford now 4-3 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Burke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Burke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Burke Communications.
Bottom of the 5th inning, our second pitching change of the frame. Again, pitching changes are brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. Auto, home, life, and more. You can contact Chris at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Parker Burke takes over for Evan Corbin. Corbin goes 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Corbin, they were hoping to try and get him through that 5th inning quickly, as he came in with 1 man on and the lead in Roseburg's favor at the time. Unfortunately, he gives up 3 runs, and now Roseburg trails 4-3. Parker Burke takes over. He has got a 2-0 record on the season, 8 2/3 innings, making his 7th appearance, all of them out of the bullpen. A 3.23 ERA, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks, and he will try to get Roseburg's final out here in the 5th inning and see if he can keep it a 1-run ball game. 2 outs with nobody on. Colton Morgan will bat. He is 1 for 2 with a line drive single that went off the tip of the glove for Dawson Gillespie at shortstop back in the 4th inning. First pitch, ground ball left side, charging in, and it's knocked down but bobbled. Takahashi can't hang on to it. And the inning continues for the Black Tornado. Another error for Roseburg, their 2nd of the ball game. So man on with 2 to away. North Medford leading by a run after storming back for 4 here in the 5th. Roseburg scored 3 in the 2nd for the lead early. Parker Burke's first pitch to the lefty. Davis Carr is in for a strike. Carr was thrown in the bullpen. That feels like ages ago now, and we'll see if Johnny King stays in for North Medford when the 6th inning rolls around. Pickoff throw to first. Back in does go Morgan. Pitch outside for Burke, a 1-1 count. Davis Carr is 0 for 2 in the game. Reached on an error his last time up on another call that did not go Roseburg's way. Looked like Kincaid had stayed on the bag at first, but didn't. Evan Corbin stays in the game as the runner going, and a hit and run on. Works out. Carr lines it to left field. The runner going to third. The throw will get knocked down by Takahashi. Carr with a single found the open spot at shortstop and went right through it as the runner was going. Covering at second base was Gillespie, and that left shortstop wide open, and runners are on the corners with 2 away. And it'll bring up Joey Newberg, the 9th hitter, to the plate here in the 5th. So runners on the corners with 2 away. Watson will go out to talk briefly with Parker Burke to make sure they're together on what to do with the 1st and 3rd situation. So Evan Corbin stayed in the game and went to first base defensively after coming off the mound. First pitch here to Newberg, ground ball, and it's a base hit. Another run scores. It is 5-3, North Medford in front as they continue to pepper the baseball, and Roseburg's defense cannot come up with the stops. So an RBI single for Newberg, his first hit of the game. 5-3, North Medford in front, and they will go through the lineup here in the 5th inning. It'll bring up Tanner Keith for the 2nd time. A runner in for the DH. Runners at 1st and 2nd. Coming in, it is Beckstead that'll run, Aiden Beckstead that's running at first base for the DH, Joey Newberg. So up for a 2nd time is Tanner Keith. He squares to bunt, pops it up foul. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits in the 5th inning for North Medford. And 2 errors for Roseburg. Sorry, just 1 error. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Burke ahead against Tanner Keith, who is 0 for 1 in the game, a walk and a ground out. 0-2 count for him. Burke sets with runners at 1st and 2nd. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Burke will get the strikeout. But Roseburg will now need to get the bats going as they trail by 2 against North Medford. 5-3 your score as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Roseburg looking to come back against the Black Tornado on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churs. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time serving.
We start things off in the top of the sixth. Still Johnny King throwing for North Medford. He has settled in after a rocky start, and he has been keeping Roseburg off the board. He'll face Sebastian Watson to lead things off. A 1-0 pitch coming up for King. Off speed, hits the inside corner. 1-1 count for Watson, who's 0 for 1 in the game with a walk back in the second. One here for King. Watson pelts one out towards left field, but on the run, underneath it is Curtis. Another ball well struck to left field, but Curtis covering ground to get there in time. One away. Not a bad hit ball by Watson, but didn't drift close enough to the line to drop in. One down. 9-hitter Carson Dunn will step in. Dunn hit by a pitch his last time up. First pitch from King hits the outside corner with the off speed for strike one. The 0-1 for Dunn. Out in front of a breaking ball for strike two. Oh-2 count to the 9-hitter Carson Dunn here in the top of the sixth. A 5-3 lead for North Medford in front of Roseburg after Roseburg took a 3-0 lead back in the second and led most of this game, but North storming back. High on the sidearm pitch, 2-2 count for Dunn. King trying to get out number two here on the 2-2 pitch. Outside, count full. Roseburg has 5 walks and 2 hit batters in this ball game, but they went down in order in the fifth. King has now retired 5 straight. He's got a full count pitch coming up here to Dunn. Kick and fire outside for ball 4. First base runner since the 4th inning for Roseburg. Man on with 1 out. Top of the order coming up. Logan Klopfenstein will bat. He is 0 for 1 in this one, hit by a pitch and a sac bunt for him. First pitch is in for a strike on the sidearm delivery. Not often you'll see a pitcher change up his delivery angle like we've seen out of Johnny King here today. Goes in your traditional sense and then drops it down for a sidearm, true sidearm delivery. Comes in over the top, bout out to center field. Goes right to Trey Newman, trots underneath it for the out. There's 2 down. 1 on for Roseburg with 2 away. Austin Takahashi batting. He has flown out to left field twice. Reached on an RBI fielder's choice in the second. Eventually came around to score. It takes high and away for ball 1 from the righty to the lefty. Needless to say, things have not gone the way Roseburg wanted them to today. Plus, they've been going into the bullpen, so we'll see how that affects the rest of the week. A little elevated on the off-speed pitch for a 2-0 count. Seems as if both sides have their complaints about how things have been called so far today. The 2-0 count. Strike hits the outside corner this time for Talk. Talk would represent the game-tying run. Roseburg trailing by 2. Carson Dunn on at first with 2 outs. Takahashi takes outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. With 2 down. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Roseburg down to their final 4 outs in this one. 3-1. Takahashi around on it, fouls it away. So a full count pitch coming up. Carson Dunn will be moving on the pitch to the plate. Takes his lead at first after he drew that 1-out walk. Takahashi waits for the 3-2 offering from Johnny King. Off speed, he got around on it. That ball well hit the right field. Going down the line, just foul down the right field side. Shy of the fence there. Long run in right field for Tanner Keith. But too far out in front of that one. Takahashi back to the dish. Roseburg hit some balls well to the outfield, but just haven't been able to really get anything to drop. They play Takahashi with a lot of a shift in the outfield. Breaking ball high and away, and it's ball 4. Second walk issued for King. Runners at first and second. Game-tying run on base for the Tribe. Dawson Gillespie will bat. Dawson is still without an official at-bat in the ball game. He has walked 3 times in this one. And he will hit. With runners at first and second, this would be a big time to extend that 4-game hit streak. The first pitch from King, breaking ball, is upstairs. Had a lot of movement there towards the end of that. I almost thought it might end up in the zone, but the umpire says, no, that one just above. Going with the sidearm slot, and that pitch high for a 2-0 count. Gillespie ahead in the at-bat. And the home fans jeering the strike zone at the moment. Gillespie waits for the 2-0 offering. King set, working out of his stretch. Gets the outside corner for a 2-1 count. Up and down, the strike zone seems to be a bit tight, but left and right, it seems like it's gotten some space to it. The 2-1. Gillespie takes high for a 3-1 count. Boy, those pitches don't look off by much. Waiting on deck is Parker Burke. After those defensive changes for Roseburg in the bottom of the 5th, Burke now in the cleanup spot. He waits on deck. The 3-1 for Gillespie. He takes for ball 4, and King cannot believe it. That is the 4th walk of the game for Dawson Gillespie. Loads the bases with 2 outs, and now a visit out to the mound for Coach Kerry Curtis and the North Medford Black Tornado. Roseburg baseball today brought to you by 7 Feathers Truck and Travel, K-Bar Beef Burgers, Takelma Coffee, road snacks, and fresh produce. You'll find it all and more at 7 Feathers Truck and Travel, I-5, exit 99 in Canyonville. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs, and Parker Burke is going to be the next hitter up, but I think we get a pitching change. Johnny King head to the dugout. Not sure if he'll get his glove and head out to the field. They bring in a new man on the mound for North Medford. We'll go ahead and get all the details on the changes coming up for you. We'll take a quick 60-second timeout. Another call to the pen brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance, here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Well, the bases are loaded for the new man on the mound. Davis Carr will take over. He moves from second base to the bump. Carr, the junior right-hander, will face Parker Burke. He'll get his first at-bat of the day. Burke bats with the bases loaded and 2 out here in the top of the 6th. Roseburg trailing 5-3, trying to fight their way back after leading at 3-0 early on in the contest. Burke takes high for ball 1. He'll take a strike on the outside corner from Carr for a 1-1 count. Parker Burke, the hero the last time out for Roseburg when they won in a walk-off against Sheldon. Trying to play a hero here, the 1-1. Line drive shot, that looks like it will not get to the outfield. Looked like at the start, it looked like it was going to carry to the alley in right center, but it didn't have enough behind it. The ball goes right to Johnny King, who moves to second base, and the line out will finish it off with the bases loaded, and Roseburg is still down by 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-3 ball game. This is Roseburg Baseball, 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Bottom of the 6th inning, a 5-3 lead for North Medford as they look to add some insurance. Parker Burke on the mound falls behind to start things off against Easton Curtis, the left fielder, 1 for 2 in the game. He starts out with a 2-0 count. Swing and a foul ball for strike 1. Parker Burke on the mound. He lined out to second base on a ball that looked like it might have had a chance to try and carry into the outfield for a big hit for Roseburg there in the bottom or top of the 6th, but didn't just have enough behind it. He gets a ground ball, bounder towards short. Gillespie's throw to first. Evan Corbin makes the stretch for the out. It is a 6-3 putout to retire Easton Curtis. So we've got 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jeremiah Robbins will step up to bat. Robbins is 2 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. He has the RBI double in the 5th inning. Part of that 5-run 5th for North Medford. First pitch, strike 1, a called strike for Parker Burke. Inside, a bit too far there, backing out of the way. Jeremiah Robbins sliding back with the feet. Time called, working too quickly on the mound there for Parker Burke. The umpire wanting everybody to move on his timeline here. Now we're ready to go. The 1-1 pitch. Outside for Burke. The day for Johnny King now in the book. The Starting pitcher for North Medford goes 5 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 8 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 2 hit batters. It's a ground ball, slow roller towards short. Gillespie, throw to first. Not in time. Infield single for Jeremiah Robbins. He's got his 3rd hit of the day. Tough play there for Dawson Gillespie from shortstop, charging in on that ball. Slowing down on the natural grass infield here at Jim Maccabee Field, and made a great throw, just not in time. 1 away, runner at first, Johnny King batting, now the second baseman. He squares to bunt, takes high for ball 1. So King is in line to pick up a win if the score stays in favor of North. The 1-0 pitch. And pickoff throw over to first. Squaring to bunt again, taking outside, throw to second base. Get it there in time? No, the ball got away from Dawson Gillespie. Looked like a good throw, but I think on the tag applied, the ball rolls away from Gillespie, and they can't get Jeremiah Robbins at second base. So a stolen base for Robbins, his 2nd of the game. Puts him into scoring position. Another close play for Roseburg that doesn't go their direction. 2-0 pitch, gets by, knocks Hubbard on a breaking ball outside, and now a wild pitch will move Jeremiah Robbins up to 3rd. 1 out and a man at 3rd base now after a infield single for Robbins. He gets on, steals 2nd, wild pitch moves him to 3rd, and everything rolling for North Medford here late in this ball game. Bottom of the 6th, they lead 5-3. 3-0 pitch. Misses low for ball 4 to Johnny King. So runners on the corners and a visit out to the mound for Richie Charles. So Roseburg softball getting a win today against North Medford, 3-0. Found out that South Medford rallied back to win against Sheldon. They take the 4-3 win in that one. So South Medford baseball getting the win over Sheldon. That keeps South Medford within striking distance of Roseburg in the league standings. Roseburg, if they aren't able to come back and win this one, they would go to 6-2. South Medford at 7-3. They've played more games than Roseburg, but things obviously would then be tightening up a bit there at the top of the standings. 1 out with runners on the corners for North Medford. And another pitching change for Roseburg. So coming out of the game, Parker Burke, Jordan White will take over on the mound. We'll go ahead and take a quick 60-second timeout. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Jordan White takes over for Parker Burke and will immediately give up a bunt single for a run. Johnny King lays down the RBI bunt single. Excuse me, that was Frankie Retigliano that does that, his first hit of the game. Retigliano drives in Jeremiah Robbins from third to make it a 6-3 ball game. North Medford in front. Up to second base went Johnny King after he walked. Trey Newman will bat with 1 out and 2 runners on. He takes in the dirt from Jordan White for ball 1. So Parker Burke comes out of the game. He went 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits. Right now he'll be credited with 2 runs, actually. That'll be his final tally. 1 walk and 1 strikeout for Parker Burke in his short outing. Jordan White works a strike across for a 1-1 count. Trey Newman is 0 for 2 in the game, a sac fly in his last at-bat. That tied the game. It looked like it was the inning out at the plate, but Roseburg get called for interference on the catcher blocking the plate on the tag. As a strike called, a 1-2 count. 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Jordan White. Strike 3 called, got him looking. Newman, second strikeout for him on the day. So that is the first strikeout for Jordan White. 2 away. It'll be Colton Morgan up to bat with runners at first and second. 1 run in so far in the 6th for North Medford. First pitch swinging out to left field. Dominic Tatone playing out there is underneath it for the catch. So that is 2 quick outs for Jordan White as he takes over here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gets Roseburg through it, but another run added to the total for North Medford. They're on top 6-3 as we go to the top of the 7th. Roseburg needing 3 runs to try and send this one to the bottom of the 7th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Burke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Burke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Burke Communications.
Dominic Tatone, Nathan Wayman, and Knox Hubbard. 3 batters due up for Roseburg here in the 7th inning, trying to extend this one at least to the bottom of the 7th. Roseburg needing 3 runs to do it as they trail 6-3 against the Black Tornado. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Roseburg took 2 games against North Medford at home earlier this season. We're looking for the season sweep and looked to be in a good shape to get it, but things fell apart late for them. There's a pitch inside. Tatone has a 2-0 count. And a visit out to the mound now for the pitcher Davis Carr. He'll get a trip out there from the coach to have a quick conversation. Davis Carr coming in for Johnny King. And this would be a save opportunity here for Carr in this ball game. It's just a pretty quick visit there. Tatone waiting for the at-bat to continue here at 2-0 count. The umpire having a conversation with the coach before he heads back to the North Medford dugout on the third base side. Tatone is 1 for 2 in this game. Struck out looking his last time up. That was against Johnny King, the starter, who went 5 2/3 for North Medford. Tatone waits on the 2-0 pitch, and it hits the outside corner for a strike on the fastball. Davis Carr coming in from second base to take over on the mound. Out of his windup here for the big righty. Kicks and delivers high and away for a 3-1 count. Well, it doesn't matter how they do it. Roseburg needing to find a way on base. They've drawn 8 walks in this game and had 2 hit batters. Tatone fouling off the 3-1 pitch for strike 2. So Roseburg's had guys on base. They've left 12 men on base in this ball game. So after taking a 3-0 lead, just couldn't add any more to it. The 3-2 pitch, ground ball right side, backhand by King, a throw to first. Staying on the bag is the first baseman, Dom Daffrin. Big guy at first there, reaching to get that throw high to retire Tatone for the first out, 1 away. Had to backhand, went to a knee, and then had to twist and turn back to first there for King. And Daffrin going upstairs to get to that baseball and stayed on the bag to do so. First pitch down the pipe but low for ball 1. On the mound, Davis Carr, the 1-0 pitch. He falls away as he fires in for a strike, hitting the outside edge against Nathan Wayman, who's 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Roseburg hasn't had a hit since the 3rd inning, only 3 hits total. The 1-1, off speed, high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Roseburg down to their final 2 outs to try and keep this game going, trailing 6-3 here in the top of the 7th. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. The fastball challenged him high and in, and Wayman goes chasing. 2-2 count for Davis Carr. Came on in the 6th, got the final out there, so he's trying to go for a 4-out save. The 2-2. Pulled towards third base. It eats up Colton Morgan. He'll get back to it, but not going to have a chance to make the play to first. He'll hang on to it there, and a base runner on for Roseburg. Second error of the game for the Black Tornado. 1 out, 1 on. New runner on at first. Evan Corbin, who's getting DH'd for in that spot, he'll take over at first base. So the DH comes out, the runner comes in, Corbin on at first. Knox Hubbard steps in, lefty versus righty matchup. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. Roseburg, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Game-tying run is on deck. That would be Sebastian Watson. The 0-1 pitch to Hubbard, breaking ball high and away. Roseburg had a 2-out rally against North Medford the last time the 2 teams met, fighting their way back to steal one against the Black Tornado at home in Game 2 with doubleheader up there. Roseburg looking for another rally here today. The 1-1, high. 2 balls and a strike against Knox Hubbard. Hubbard is 1 for 3 in the game, had a single in the 2nd, but has struck out in his last 2 at-bats. Two balls, 1 strike for Davis Carr. Top of the 7th inning, Corbin at first. Throw outside. Now a walk here would bring the game-tying run to the plate. Hubbard digs back in, trying to keep this inning alive for the Tribe. A 3-1 pitch from Carr. Gets him to pop it up out towards right center. Calling for it. Center fielder Trey Newman playing now. He was the center fielder, but he was out in right field when he made that catch. He retires Hubbard for the 2nd out. 2 away. So it'll bring up to Sebastian Watson to try and keep things going here. He is 0 for 2 with 2 fly ball outs to left field. Walked his first time up and scored a run. His run in the 2nd inning gave Roseburg a 1-0 lead at the time. Takes high and away for ball 1. 1-0 count. Fastball is low. Stick around for the post-game show. We'll name today's Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game for Roseburg. A 2-0 pitch. That's at the knees for a called strike to Watson. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Check them out there on West Harvard Avenue by Roseburg High School and by the 124 interchange with I-5. 2-1 pitch here to Sebastian Watson. Takes outside. Count goes to 3-1, and we've been here before. Roseburg hasn't been able to capitalize. Watson waits for the 3-1 pitch. Carson Dunn on deck, waiting for his hopeful chance to get there. Ball pops up right field. Going out, Johnny King into shallow right field. Makes the catch to finish off the ball game. So North Medford will come back for a win that was not without its controversy. Roseburg falls 6-3, the final score. So the game will wrap up here today. 6-3, the final score. And we will have your post-game show coming up for you when we return on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
At Burke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Burke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Burke Communications.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Welcome you back here to Jim McAbee Field in Medford, where a tough one to swallow tonight. Roseburg, a controversial fifth inning in this one where the Tribe gave up 5 runs to North Medford, And the Black Tornado able to capitalize, come back for a 6-3 win. Roseburg led 3-0 in the second inning and held that lead all the way to the bottom of the fifth. But things really got away from them as the final line, 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and 11 men left on base. I think I said 12 earlier mistakenly. 11 men left on base for Roseburg, 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base for North Medford. Roseburg had 3 runs in the second inning. Knox Hubbard got on with a leadoff single, but would end up, courtesy runner came in for him, ended up getting forced out at third. But a walk to Sebastian Watson, then a sacrifice bunt attempt by Carson Dunn. He got on a fielder's choice. A hit by pitch to Logan Kloffenstein loaded the bases. A fielder's choice for Austin Takahashi drove in a run as he grounded towards shortstop. They tried to go for 2, but only got the out at second base, so a run would score with 2 outs. Then a walk issued to Dawson Gillespie loaded him back up. But on that walk, the pitch got by the catcher. That scored Carson Dunn on the wild pitch. And then Jeremiah Robbins, the catcher, tried to throw to the plate to try and get the runner. He overthrew the pitcher, and that was a throwing error that allowed Austin Takahashi to score. And Roseburg had a ton of momentum and led 3-0. But that's all they would get in this ball game, despite multiple chances. In the bottom of the fifth inning, though, things kind of fell off the rails. A walk to start things off was all that Dominic Tatone would see that inning. He came out after 4 innings of work to start the game for Roseburg. At that time, he still had a shutout. But a run would come in. A single by Easton Curtis against Evan Corbin in his first batter faced. Kept things going. Jeremiah Robbins would drive in the first run of the game for North Medford with a double. Then a single by Johnny King drove in another one on a bunt single on the infield. A strikeout to Frankie Retigliano kept it a 3-2 score at the time, but a sac fly by Trey Newman to center field tied the ball game up, not without its controversy. The ball went to center field. Carson Dunn made a great throw to the plate, but they call interference on Knox Hubbard at the plate, saying that he was blocking the plate without the baseball, and that then made Jeremiah Robbins safe at the plate. Instead of being the third out of the inning, it was a game-tying run scoring. So the game was tied 3-3. They make a switch on the mound. Parker Burke comes in. He gives up a ground ball on the infield. That extends the inning because Austin Takahashi couldn't field it and throw to first to get the final out. A single to Davis Carr kept the inning going, put 2 runners on base, and then Joey Newberg, the 9th hitter to the plate, drove in another run for North Medford. He plated one there, a walk, and then a strikeout would finish out the inning. But 5 runs total in that frame for North Medford as they would take the lead and never give it back. They added 1 in the 6th inning off of Parker Burke as he exited the game, giving up 2 runs in the contest. Tough one all around for Roseburg today. Getting the win, Johnny King, he goes 5 2/3 innings for North Medford, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 8 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He did hit 2 batters as well. Davis Carr picks up the save, going an inning and a third. He didn't give up a hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts as he finishes it off for North Medford. Evan Corbin takes the loss. Takes the loss in this one today for Roseburg. Evan Corbin will fall to 2-2 on the season. Dominic Tatone pitched 4 innings to start the game, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Evan Corbin taking the loss, gave up 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Parker Burke and Jordan White also used in this ball game as well. So Roseburg will get 2 out of 3 against North Medford with the home team winning in each matchup. But Roseburg will fall to 6-2 in conference play, 12-6 overall. North Medford will go to 10-11 on the season and 4-6 in conference play. Roseburg will try to bounce back coming up tomorrow when they take on South Eugene. Taking a look at offensive numbers for Roseburg, just 3 hits in the game. Silas Kincaid with a single, Dominic Tatone with a single, and Knox Hubbard with a single as well. Dawson Gillespie had 4 walks in the ball game here today. For North Medford, let's see here. 3 hits in the game for Jeremiah Robbins. He goes 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Drove in a run. Johnny King was 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Retigliano was 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Colton Morgan goes 1 for 4 with a single. Davis Carr 1 for 3 with a single. Joey Newberg 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And Easton Curtis was 1 for 3 with a single in the game as well. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game in today's ball game. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. It's a tough game, and not a lot of things went right for Roseburg, so I struggled to figure out who exactly to give the Game Ball Award to today, but I'm going to give it to Dawson Gillespie. I think he got it recently as well, but he got on base all 4 times, was 4 walks in the game. His 4-game hit streak comes to an end, but now in 5 games he's got 7 walks, 5 doubles, 7 hits total, 5 RBI, and only 2 strikeouts. So he's on a good streak seeing the ball, but unfortunately couldn't extend his hit streak today. So Dawson Gillespie, your player of the game tonight, brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here. Coming up next for North Medford, the North Medford Black Tornado, they will be playing on Saturday, a doubleheader at Sheldon. Sheldon falling to South Medford today 4-3. Roseburg will be on the road at Eugene tomorrow. They'll take on South in a doubleheader starting at 2 o'clock, and Game 2 at 4 o'clock. We'll be there to bring you both of those games coming up today. I want to say thanks to the North Medford Black Tornado for hosting us today. I want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, Head Coach Troy Thompson, and the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for the radio production today. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll catch up with you guys tomorrow at 1:45 when we start our pregame show as Roseburg takes on South Eugene, looking to bounce back after a tough one here today. All right, we are going to join coverage of Oregon State baseball here on The Score. The number 2 ranked Oregon State Beavers taking on number 24 Oregon. They are through 3 innings of play, and it's scoreless in Eugene at PK Park. So stay tuned. Mike Parker and the Beavers coming up next for you right here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.